Good morning, everyone. Spring is upon us. The air is fresh and chilly, but the sun is headed our way. That's going to feel nice later. It's also going to be St. Patrick's Day soon. We're recording this the weekend before that. So to go along with that, we're going to be cooking a traditional Irish-themed meal.
Yes, one that we used to eat all the time when we were kids. One of our favorites. Poor man's food.
So we're just walking along our favorite closed road to a beautiful picnic spot at the end we've been to before. Built by the CCC in the 1930s. It's a beautiful area. And this whole walk is about 10 miles round trip.
Yeah, so we are kind of backpacking it.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. It's going to be a beautiful day. If we see anything interesting on the road, we'll be sure to share it. Don't want to walk too close to that side. Get hit by a stray rock.
Yeah, they're kind of all along the side of the road.
There it comes.
Ah, the sunshine.
I think that might be a robin. Just using the Merlin bird app to ID those bird sounds. I think that one was an American robin. And then there are a lot of chickadees out and about. But the robins are always a sure sign of spring.
Yes. We're seeing little buds coming out of the trees. The flowers are starting to poke out. It feels exciting. This neat old bottle. All this moss growing inside. I wonder what that was.
A dressing or a ketchup type of bottle.
Yeah, that's true. That does kind of look like a ketchup bottle. I'll just leave that there for now.
There was an old wood stove off the side of the road that we had seen before and showed in a previous video. Here's the door.
Oh yeah, there's a pattern on it. Yeah, we used to cook on a wood stove. It's a great. What does that say?
It's hard to read.
Design. That's pretty.
I think it says banner number 7. We tried to check this up before, but I didn't find any results.
Yeah.
So, don't know how old it is.
A very long time, yes.
Not too far away is this old metal wash basin, wash tub.
Yes, this is exactly like the one I used to take baths in. When I was a little girl, we heated the water on the wood stove, and then I would take a bath right in front of the stove in the kitchen. Good memories.
Didn't you talk about that in your book too?
Yes, this is the one I talked about in my children's book. Oh, it was so cold on your back when you would lean up against the side and you could feel the sand underneath you from the creek water.
I'll put the link to Jess's book in the description again.
Yes, thank you to everyone who bought the book and just encouraged me so much. That just meant a lot. Can't thank you enough for that. That looks pretty old too.
One of the few white pines in the area.
Yeah, one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. With all those pine cones at the top. I think there's mostly balsam in this area, but there's also hemlock. Most of them are dead because of the woolly adelgid.
Yep.
Very sad, but this is a beautiful area. Oh, look, you can see the little tadpoles inside.
Here are some frog eggs that were laid when there was obviously a puddle here. The only water nearby is a small puddle that way, so we're going to do a good deed and transport these over there.
We're going to try. Get the little tadpoles inside. I don't know, it's supposed to get really cold in a couple of days, but hopefully they will survive.
Ooh, that feels weird.
Well, I think that might work. Oh.
Okay, I got it. safer right here.
Yeah, this is a good spot. Over on the side. We can cover them with some leaves so that when it gets cold, it might protect it a little bit.
Give them a little insulation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that will ultimately help, but we'll feel better knowing we did all we could. At least now they have a shot.
Yes.
We're going to fill up our coffee pot here because we're almost at the picnic area.
Let's do a little rinse first.
We saw a lot of fresh elk tracks along the side of the road, but no animals themselves.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe on the way back.
It's about 11:30. It's about time to get a fire going and get some lunch started.
Here.
Yep, that'll work. Nice sunny day, and everything being so dry makes it pretty easy.
This is potato candy, and it's just 3 ingredients: mashed potatoes, powdered sugar, and peanut butter in the middle. They look like little pinwheels at the end. This was invented back in the Depression era when people just didn't have a lot of money and they wanted something sweet, so they just used the mashed potatoes and the powdered sugar and peanut butter inside. And it was a cheap thing that they could use and make for dessert. And it was thought that it might have been the Irish immigrants that actually made it. And I think it was invented in Appalachia, so it makes it pretty fitting. So we're gonna try these and see what they taste like. Just gonna let this sit for a few minutes in the shade. We're supposed to put it in the refrigerator, but we do not have one of those. I haven't had this in so long, but the cans are still exactly the same as when I was a kid. I don't know if I've ever actually done this before. You have to curl it back on itself and twist it. Oh dear. I'm gonna break this, and we're not gonna be able to get it open. I think my dad always did this. I think I got it. There it is. Hope I'm going to be able to get it out. That's what I'm... Yeah, that probably helped.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's the fat. Look at all that fat.
Ooh.
We are going to make some cornbread. We're going to add a little bit of cream. If you add full cream, you don't have to add oil. So that's one less ingredient we have to carry. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of apple cider vinegar just to kind of simulate buttermilk. And let this sit for a few minutes. You can also mix it up separately and add it, but sometimes I just kind of add it to the batter and let it sit for a minute. Okay. Maybe should, yeah, move it wherever it's not as hot.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. These are slightly crumbly, but they are pretty. Hopefully they taste good.
This looks good. The flies think so too.
Yeah.
All right, can't wait to dig in. Thank you, Father, for our food.
Amen.
What's on the menu today, Lassie?
This is corned beef, cornbread, cabbage, ramps. These are the first ones that we found. These were in our yard. These are very exciting. And then, of course, the potato candy.
Yummy.
At the end. When we were kids, we would always mix all of this stuff together and kind of eat it like in a big pile. And we also had boiled cabbage. And this is a little more fancy. It should be yummy. Have you ever tried corned beef?
Nope.
All right. Here you go. Just go for like the crispy or the better, I think. It's a little like Spam, but with beef instead of pork.
Mm-hmm.
Try some cabbage. It's a little smoky, but good. So it's best if you kind of mix them, I think. This might be more of an Irish-American meal. I'm not totally sure. But I know we'd always eat it on St. Patrick's Day.
That's a good mix. Oops.
Oops. There you go. So this is how we used to eat it. All mixed up.
Yeah, that goes very well together.
Mm-hmm. That's a good combination.
Ramp.
Mm-hmm. The corned beef's a little strong on its own.
Wow, I think the ramp flavor really goes with it. Goes well with it too.
I'll have to try one.
Yeah, the flavors all blend very well together. And if you take a bite of ramp after that, that really sets it off.
Oh yeah, that's really good. We didn't have ramps where I grew up. They just didn't grow in that part of the mountain, I guess. So I never really tried them until we moved here.
I put my jacket on. It's getting a little chilly.
It is.
It's been a beautiful day though.
Oh, so gorgeous. It's always nice to be out this far, away from traffic and all that stuff. I do hear airplanes, but...
We must be sitting right under the airplane highway.
They still feel far away though, so it kind of still has that feel.
Trying a little apple butter on there.
Apple butter. I'm going to try to make some of that this year.
Oh, that's really good. Mm-hmm. You made this from the cornmeal that we got in Cherokee last year. Mm-hmm. That's some good stuff.
Very good. Worth the price for sure. We love these tables. They're built from like huge rock slabs. We think maybe from building the road, and the CCC made these back in the 30s. But they're just so cool. And each one of them is kind of different too.
After this, we're going to make some hot Irish coffee to go with your potato candy.
Yes, that sounds so good. Want to go sit up in the balsams up there?
Mm-hmm. Just going with the instant today for the sake of making everything a little bit lighter.
Yes, and a little bit easier. We're going to put some vanilla in here and some cream, some maple syrup, so I don't think you'll be able to tell. This is our rum vanilla that Michelle gave us. A little bit of maple syrup.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, good.
Gotta try one of these potato candies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That was pretty tasty.
Oh yeah, that's better than I was expecting. Yum. The texture is good.
It kind of reminds me of fudge.
Yeah, it's a little fudgy. Kind of like those little mints that you get.
Mm-hmm.
They sort of melt in your mouth. Dinner mints, I think that's what they're called.
I gotta say, this is probably just about some of the best coffee we've ever made in the wild. It's pretty tasty.
Yay. It is good.
So peaceful.
You can hear the wind, and sometimes you can kind of hear the creeks, the sounds that are coming up from the valleys. It's pretty smoky right now. Trying to remind ourselves that we don't have a car over in the parking lot area. We have to walk all the way back home. Like 5 miles, I think.
Let's see, what time is it now? It's not too late, though. We actually did
We did
very
pretty
well
good.
today. About 3:30.
Okay.
Enjoy the last of our coffee and pack up.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
It's pretty smoky out there, but we're going to check out this view from the bench area before we head out.
Yeah, this is not its best look. Still beautiful though. Like, look at all that nothingness. Creeks and trees.
Is that the sound of a creek in the distance?
I think that's called Redmond Branch or something like that.
Well, it's been a pretty relaxing day. Didn't burn anything. Didn't really forget anything.
Yeah, it was a very successful day. One of the most successful, I think.
I think so. Now we can just enjoy our leisurely walk back to the car as the sun sinks lower.
It's a beautiful evening. Oh, there's 2, 3, 4.
All right, well, we got our wish. There's a small procession of elk heading up the road toward us. We're just going to go over on this side.
Hopefully they'll go around us.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a standoff and you have to go up into the woods or something.
Uh-oh, I just saw a bunch take off.
Oh,
Oh, they got spooked, I guess. Do you think there's some young ones with them?
maybe.
Yeah, they won't show up on this camera, but I see the rest of them standing up there, up on the elk trail.
Yeah, they're very camouflaged. This girl doesn't seem too bothered by us. Or the fact that the rest of her herd is up the mountain.
We got some right there. And some, we counted about a dozen.
Oh, there's another one over here. That's 13.
They blend in pretty well right now.
Yeah, they do.
I think they want to come back down and join up with the other one. Yeah, she's coming down toward us.
Oh, she is. She doesn't care.
Well, we are almost back to the car now. We get to rest our weary legs. I'd say it's that good kind of tired, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yeah. It was an amazing day.
We're so glad you could join us. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, so you can join us on all our adventures, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
would be a really great ending to the day, is if we saw a Bigfoot. But you don't really see those too often.
No, we're getting a little more rare.
Well, there's one. Ah, you can never catch it on camera.
No, it always looks like a blur.
There once was a couple who wandered the mountains and creeks way up yonder. They's always a looking to do campfire cooking and sharing good scriptures to ponder.
That's pretty good.
Oh, look. There's no gold.
No.